How's it going, guys? We're taking a look at the MAFEX Spider-Man, the comic paint. This has the nice black shading on there, like he's like a comic book figure. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a while. Unfortunately, the holidays came by, so hopefully you guys had a great Christmas. I know I did. I had to take some time off to spend some time with my wife and my children. I really wanted to look at this one specifically. I've been wanting this one for a while. Like, I've been looking at it, and I almost bought them a few times overpriced, and thankfully, I waited for the reissue, so we're going to see if the reissue actually comes with that updated diaper piece like everybody's talking about. I did open them just to take a look at them real quick, make sure there's no QC issues. We'll take a look again. Maybe I missed something. But I like to do these on the fly, so if you guys hear me say a lot or I drag on my words, it's because I like to open them up with you guys and I like to experience it for the first time. So that way you're seeing my real reaction, and then if I miss anything, you guys can always tell me in the comment section. Let's just take a look at the box real quick. I mean, the box is beautiful as always. I love the checkered pattern. I love everything about MAFEX boxes. They're great. They're simple, they're sleek, and they're great. A lot of promo pics in the back here. You can see a lot of detail on his front and back side there. Pretty much it. Let's go ahead and just open it and take a look. Beautiful. He's out. Let's start with the accessories real quick, and let's just go from there. I don't want to go too in-depth with them. You get a few different web pieces, kind of like the other one there, so it's nothing too crazy. Let's just jump into the head sculpt there. It looks okay. You can see that they kind of painted the top there, giving them a little bit of a darker shading as well, which is pretty nice. I'd have to say the head sculpt on the other one I think looks better, possibly. I'm looking at it in the box, but maybe I'm wrong. But it still looks pretty good. It could be a little better. They could probably do a little more detailing to make it look like its face. Like Peter Parker's face, right? But it looks okay. It's good. Here's his other head here, his Spider-Man head. He's got a lot of the darker shading around the lens, right? The black part here. If we look at the other Spider-Man, the MAFEX 75, the black lines around the lens, around his eyes, are like much thinner. I don't know what that is. Let me know if you guys got that same issue, because I have no clue what the fuck that is. It looks like it's on his head here too. Is that supposed to be there? Geez, that's concerning. I'm not gonna go through all the accessories. You can obviously get your magnetic feet and your magnetic hands like you do with almost all Spidey figures. But I did want to point out that they did try to shade some of these. Just lost one. They did try to shade some of these, so you could see there's like some subtle shading, making them a little darker, which is nice. It's a nice touch that they're actually trying to shade them, because some of them don't have any shading whatsoever. But at least the ones that do have shading is really nice. So, and then last thing, geez, these are so hard to hold. And then last thing, his mask there. Again, very little shading, probably less than that one hand. I think that one gripping hand is like the only one that has some type of like subtle shading to make it look like he's a comic book. But it's okay. I was more interested in the figure itself. I want to see how he looks. Let's just jump in and take a look at that. So there's the really thick lens on the glasses. I guess it's supposed to look a little dirty, right? Like the shading is kind of just like chicken scratch, to kind of give him that idea, to kind of give you the idea that it's supposed to be like a comic like type of look to it. There's definitely a lot of black spots everywhere, and it looks really nice. I mean, it really does. You can see his logo there. He's a little stiff. So yes, he's got like chicken scratch everywhere, black lines to make it look like that comic book shade. It looks beautiful. I mean, it really does. I don't like the head. If we just cover the head, the body looks beautiful. I feel like they could have done a little better on the head, to be honest with you. I'm not liking it. Maybe a nice custom would go well with this. articulation range. And don't forget, if you want him to look down, you can always twist that barbell there. You twist it downward this way, so that way he looks all the way down, and obviously he can't look all the way up like this anymore. Get a nice 90 degree, maybe more. It's beautiful. Right about there is kind of like where his ab crunch ends. He can go far back, which is really nice. It's still pretty good. You know, I wish they gave us a little more range, but it's still pretty good compared to that Scarlet Spider that SH Figure Arts just dropped. I mean, horrendous. No articulation in the torso area. So at least you get something here, but it could be better. You get a lot of range. I mean, incredible amounts of range. Be careful, guys. It might be stiff. Mine is feeling a little stiff. And my figure is just, my God. I mean, I have a lot of QC issues. Look at that. He's just popping out of the knee. It's supposed to be, this knee's supposed to bend, and that's supposed to stay in there. So just be careful messing around with your figures. He's like really stiff. That's how it's supposed to look like. The knee's supposed to stay intact, but that knee keeps popping out of its socket there. But despite that, super flexible. It does look like they updated that piece. It's like soft. It's really soft. It's gummy, which is very good when you're coming into poses like this, because you want them to be heavily articulated. A lot of shading everywhere. Look at that under his arm, his rib cage. Lot of shading. Articulation is definitely like a 8, almost a 9. I'm just so disappointed in that piece right there. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I doubt it. It's got the drop down hips, which is really nice. Check that out. Give him a lot more range. Toe articulation, obviously. Toe hinge. Beautiful. I mean, overall, it's a Spider-Man figure. He does what he's supposed to do. My main concern was just really the paint, and they nailed it. It looks great with the exception of the head. Again, I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. Please, please, please tell me what that's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be there. Oh. It is supposed to be there. It's supposed to be like a glare. It's supposed to be a glare on top of his shiny head. It's just incredibly, horribly done, because it looks like just a white spot. But as you can see, it's supposed to be like just a glare off his head. That's horribly done. In terms of looks, it's like 7.5, maybe pushing an 8, if you just ignore this piece up here. And I just don't like the eyes. I don't know why. I just don't like the eyes. But if you ignore this piece up here, I would say like an 8. If not, 7, 7.5. It still looks pretty good. Let's compare him real quick to the other Spider-Man. So here he is next to the other Spider-Man. Obviously, they're the same height. It's just a little discrepancy in terms of like how I have him posed. As you can see, the knee, it kind of pops out of there. I guess this is having the same problem, but it's not so stiff, right? It's supposed to look just like that. Like, it's okay if you see a little bit. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but when it's like that giant gap, it's terrible. These are basically the exact same figures in every possible way. This just has like a darker red, slightly, like just subtly, with a lot of black shading, and the blue is not so shiny and pearlescent like. Maybe it's just me. The spider symbol on the back looks to be bigger. Or maybe it's just the shading just making it look that way. I mean, overall, it's a great figure. You know, if you're a completionist, absolutely. If you're looking for a Spidey fig, and you want something that looks good, I'd probably recommend this one if you can get them for retail. But in terms of just like overall, like, you know, like, is this figure absolutely unequivocally worth the resale value and all that stuff? Probably not. I was really hoping this figure was amazing. It was hyped up like crazy as one of the best ones. If you're gonna pick them up, definitely get the reissue, because I think the old one had a lot of issues with articulation and like broken pegs. They'd like hand, specifically hand and like his like feet pegs, like they'd break real easily. We're gonna go with the 7, just average 7.5, just because he's Spider-Man. If you got the money, get him. If you're a completionist, get him. If you want a really, really super over-the-top accurate comic book looking Spider-Man, get him. Let's compare him to one more figure before we go. All right, here he is next to Scarlet Spider. I believe Scarlet Spider is a little bigger than him. I'm trying to get him to stand. I think so. It looks like he's bigger than him. The subtle comic shading here looks really nice. This one, it looks very, very like we pulled him right out of the comic. I'm not sure if we should have gotten this one like this, or if this one should have been a little more subtle like this. They should have just done a whole new paint application on him. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have them, if you guys want them, if you're waiting on them, if you skipped out on them, if you don't, if you hate them, you know. And I will catch you guys next time.